Barkeep, another. In fact, here. Just leave the bottle. You have my thanks. Here, an extra 4 silver for your troubles. And before you object, I insist, think nothing of it. The sum holds little value to me. I'll have no need of it where I'm going. I apologise, friend, but whilst yes, many seats at this table are vacant, I wish to drink alone. I would ask kindly that you move, and leave me to my lamentations, alone. I'm sorry, I must have misheard you. Did you just call me moody? Whilst I normally applaud bravery in the face of insurmountable odds, I assure you, friend, tonight is not the night and I am not the one. Now move, lest I rise from my stool and make you. Are you looking for a fight? Because you've damn well found one. Wait a second. There's only one person who can get under my skin so quickly. Remove that cloak, you little shit. I know it's you. What do you mean, how did I know? There's no one else in this kingdom who can get under someone's skin in just 2 sentences. That quick tongue of yours is as equally a gift from the gods as it is a curse from hell. And you use it with a refined mastery to wreak havoc on us mere mortals, Your Highness. So what are you doing out of your chambers, then? I believe I gave my guards strict instructions to keep you confined until the morning. To keep you out of trouble whilst I enjoyed some much-needed time off. They did their best. What do you mean they did their best? They're royal guards. Their best should be success. You disarmed them. I'm sorry. Let me make sure I'm hearing this right. You disarmed 2 of my royal guards. Oh, and you bound them and stuffed them in one of your wardrobes. Oh, brilliant, okay, that's fantastic, and nobody else saw this? Yes, besides the 2 guards currently stuffed nose to nose in a wardrobe, yes. Did anyone else see you overpower 2 of my finest royal guards? No. Good. Well, at least there's that. Well, now I know that I've been, training you well. Even still, to best not 1 but 2 of my guards. That's testament to my teaching and your astute learning. You are every bit the knight in sheep's clothing that I've trained you to be. May you use your newfound prowess with honour and measure. Please do wipe that smug grin off your face. Yes, you may have bested 2 of my knights, but they did not believe that such prowess would come from someone so soft of hands. You caught them off guard. And whilst I do not doubt that you are skilled, you still had the advantage of surprise. An advantage which, whilst useful and crucial to capitalise upon in real warfare, does nothing to help prove that you are more skilled than those you claim to be better than. Only a declared duel, an officiated war between 2 individuals, each throwing their all at one another, can determine whose might is truly strongest. Anything less is only a victory on the battlefield. But enough talk of duels and knights. Why are you here? You came to check on me. Why? Do you not think that the captain of the Royal Guard turned Royal Protector is capable of taking care of himself? You missed me. And there it is. That damned bleeding heart that lies beneath that tongue of silver. A heart which makes you irresistible, no matter how much the tongue vexes. But your trip was wasted. As I said, I requested some time off. You could have spoke to your father, the king. He approved it after all. Could have saved you the trip, and my knights the indignity. What do you mean, but what am I doing here? What, do you mean this tavern, this disreputable establishment in the eastern corners, crevices of our city? A tavern marked as a no-go zone for most nobles and dignitaries in this kingdom. Wasn't it obvious? I'm enjoying my time off. I used to frequent this tavern, back before I joined the Royal Guards, back before I became a knight. I was young, I was jaded from a poor farming family displaced during the war, crammed into the city walls to protect ourselves from sieges and bandits, pillaging, looting. I grew up in these streets, you know, in the dirt and the grime. I blamed everyone for our problems. The whole damn city was at fault, and I was owed compensation. The tavern keeper over there, the barkeep, he looked after me. He gave me scraps, kept me fed just enough to keep me alive. Took pity on me, even when I didn't deserve it. He used to have 2 eyes back before I knew him. He lost one in a fight. A fight which I caused. I set my eyes upon a set of stirrups from a traveller's horse, made of solid silver. They shone like 2 moons plucked down from the sky. intricate patterns so small and so delicate that they seemed as if they were carved by the hands of fairies. I had to have them. I was owed them. The kingdom owed me them. And so I helped myself, and I got caught. Turns out the travellers were none other but bloodthirsty mercenaries. And just as they were about to strike me down where I stood, in came the barkeep. Held them off just long enough for the guards to arrive. Lost an eye for his trouble. He never held it against me, but I never quite forgave myself for that. And when the knights arrived, when the knights arrived, I was taken aback. If I thought that the stirrups shone with the light of the moon, the armour of a royal knight was like shaped stars. Like a patch of the sky had been plucked down and forged into the human shape. And just when I thought I couldn't be any more captivated with the knights, once the dust had settled and the mercenaries were moved on, one of them raised the visor of their helmet, and I saw it. The most valuable thing I'd ever set my eyes upon. It was the look of someone who was completely where they were supposed to be, who had no wants or needs or desires, who wasn't scorned or jaded or bitter. Someone who belonged. Someone who just looked right. And I wanted that. I wanted that more than any piece of gold or silver, more than any jewel. And so, I enlisted the very next day. Started off as a common footman, a soldier wearing leather armour. But I put in my time, I rose through the ranks, and eventually earned the status of knight. A knight has to earn his armour through laborious work, through pain and sweat and blood, and so at the ceremony when they receive it, they gain a sensation of satisfaction that they've been given what they deserve. But despite all my efforts, all my blood and toil and sweat, when I stood before your father and received that armour, I felt as if I'd been handed a gift. I knew that I was among kindred spirits. And your father saw that. I like to think that it was that difference in mindset that propelled me all the way up to captain, and then on to your personal royal guard. Your father knew that no matter what duties were thrust upon me, no matter what responsibilities my shoulders carried, I would always be grateful to wear that armour. And I still am. And I will be right until I give it up. Until I trade it for the armour of the Evergreen Court. But, despite my elevated status from humble beginnings, I still find myself coming back here again to celebrate every milestone. Every chance I get, I come here. Catch up with the barkeep, and spend the whole night laughing over tales of my old mischief, over a glass of brandy or a tankard of mead. No, it's a fair assessment. I suppose I haven't really said more than one or two words to the old man since I got here. I suppose it's because I've never come here with bad news. It's always been something positive, a step in the right direction, a promotion, a victory, a triumph. And now I find myself standing here, faced with a situation which seems on the surface to be something good, but when I pick it up and examine it, I find myself struggling to find the merit of it all. And so I have discovered of myself that when I come here, burdened with a weight, a situation of which there is no cause to celebrate, that I do not laugh or joke. I sit and I drink and I drink and I drink, and if the gods will it, I forget for a moment. I forget. But of course, you, being the royal of whom I have devoted such a large portion of my life towards protecting, just had to come here and spoil my delightful evening of depressing self-reflection. God, you are an insufferable little shit, and I love you for it. Why, yes, I suppose I've never spoken to you quite so informally before, have I, Your Highness? Normally I'm all about formalities and telling you to watch your language, and yet here I am, swearing like a sailor. I blame the alcohol, personally. And again, drunk actions or sober thoughts and all that. What was the bad news that I was referring to? Well, it's complicated, and I really don't think it's within the scope of a royal such as yourself. It's not something that I mean, it's really official night business, and Well, you know that obviously, for the past few months now, I've been preparing for my transfer to the Evergreen Court and taking my leave from your service forever. And I know you know that because for the past few months you've asked me to train you to make you a knight worthy of also joining, of following me to the Evergreen Court. And I know that the reason behind that wasn't entirely platonic. I know that when we first discussed this, there were maybe not feelings, but stirrings of feelings. But over time, they grew. and our already completely inappropriate workplace relationship is further muddied by the introduction of love. I love you, Your Highness, and you've made it no secret that you love me. And that's why it's so unbearably hard to say, to admit that I lied to you because I liked it. Because for a moment I could pretend that there was a way out, that there was a happy ending for us. I lied when I said you could follow me. I lied when I said you could join the Evergreen Court. I lied when I said you could abdicate your throne. I lied about all of it. And I did it because the truth was too much to bear. Because the truth is, I'm leaving, Your Highness. I'm leaving your service as your royal protector. I'm leaving the royal guard. I'm leaving this kingdom entire. I will join the Evergreen Court. And you'll never see me again. All this, all the work we've done over the past couple of months, all the training and the swordplay and all of it, it was a lie. It was a ruse to make our time together more enjoyable, to distract you from the inevitable. Your Highness, please. Please don't look at me with such pity, with such sorrow. I don't deserve your kindness. I don't deserve your love. No, really, I don't. Because I'm lying about that too. I didn't lie to make it easier for you. I lied to make it easier for me. Because I am so in love with you. And I couldn't bear to tell you the truth. I couldn't even bear to tell you when I'm actually leaving. What do I mean? I am... Tomorrow. I leave tomorrow. Your father and I agreed to forgo the usual ceremony in order to spare you, to avoid arousing your suspicion. He knows that you and I have a bond that's stronger than master and servant, than royal heir and knight protector. And he respects it, he blesses it in a way, but I've been called. And he and I know that I must answer. I'm sorry, Your Highness. I'm sorry that I hid this from you. I'm sorry that I gave you hope, and I'm sorry that I was such a coward that I couldn't tell you the truth. As much as I wanted to. And I wanted to, but I just couldn't. Because I looked at you and those eyes full of hope, and I just just wanted to keep that for one selfish second longer. I'm sorry for all of it. And I'm sorry for what I'm going to say next. Tomorrow, there will be a brief and private ceremony in your father's courtroom, before nobles of the kingdom, before your father, before the officer class of my royal guard. As much as I love you, Your Highness, and I do love you, I don't want you to come to that ceremony tomorrow. I don't. I couldn't. It would be more than I could bear. And I know that I'm a coward for what I do next. But your father's agreed upon it. You shall be confined to your chambers. And now I know that you can handle yourself with my 2 guards. You shall be confined by more. Enough to keep you confined until the ceremony is over, until I'm gone. It was your father and I's original plan that you would only be alerted to my departure when, after my scheduled return in 2 days' time, that someone else would appear in my stead. It was cowardly, it was foolish, but it seemed easier, somehow. But now that you're here, in front of me, I know that I should have told you the truth from the start. This is the last time that we shall see each other, Your Highness. I love you, and I will always love you. But life so rarely accommodates love. You're a royal, Your Highness. A royal could never join the Evergreen Court. Just as much as a knight of unbested prowess could ever refuse its call. And I, fitting that bill, must oblige. Damn it. I must be going now, Your Highness. I have much to prepare for tomorrow. I trust that you'll make your own way back to the castle. You've proven that I have trained you well. In another life, I would be proud to walk through the doors of the Evergreen Court with you by my side. A knight of equal standing. And I trust that your prowess, your might, your newfound skills, mixed with your silver tongue, that they'll find you home, safe. Goodbye, Your Highness. If you ever find yourself missing me, visit the barkeep for me. Lord knows the one-eyed bastard doesn't have many friends. And, I'm sorry for everything.